If you go to github.com and click this little icon right here, you'll find GitHub Copilot, which I helped build while I was employed at GitHub. And it's a really great assistant experience for asking questions about your projects and your code base and the issues. But it could be so much more. You don't have your own context, the things that you're working on right now, and you don't have your own assistant's tools used in the context of this website. They are apart. We're seeing this pattern crop up everywhere. Cloudflare, Alexa, Google Cloud, Walmart, eBay, all sorts of companies have their own assistants. But in 5 years, we're going to see a very, very different interaction for all of technology. It's going to be more of a participatory interaction where the agent and the user are working together on the same surface. And it's not going to be just any agent, it's going to be your agent. That's why I'm championing the concept of bring your own agent. Here's what I mean. Meet Rook, my personal AI assistant. This agent works like any agent that you'd expect. You can give it messages and it'll give you messages back. But where things get interesting is looking at the environment because the agent is aware of the world around it. It understands that it is connected to Obsidian. It understands that there is a Kanban board that I'm looking at right now. In the future, Rook itself will make the decisions about which environments it will join, but you'll also be able to elect into them just like this. So let's give Rook a message. Can you find the to-do item for building a website for Rook and pull that into progress for me? All right. So it actually found where this card was inside the backlog and pulled it into progress. And that's what I want to do with Rook in the future. I want to make it so that any surface that you go onto, on any website, on any application, you should be able to see what the agent is looking at. The agent should see what you're looking at. If you highlight something and say, what is this? It needs to have the environment awareness to know what you're talking about. And if it does anything, you're not blind to it. You guys are working together on a thing. So everything so far is about technology environments, websites, applications, but things get really interesting when we realize that the locations around us and the events around us are more environments that our agents should have access to and should help assist us in navigating. For example, I went to a castle pulling today. What's happening here today? I carry my assistant around with me in my pocket all the time. It would be great just to shout that into the phone and say, what's going on? But you can imagine more mundane things as well. Like if I go to a hardware store and I've got a busted pipe, I want to know exactly where to pick up the wrench that I need without having to bother with asking people at the store and get out of there as quickly as I can. And when I go home, I want my assistant to control my thermostat, help me figure out what's on TV that I should watch, help me make dinner with the items currently in the refrigerator, and order stuff that's missing. Now there's three components to what I'm building. The first is the environment-aware personal assistant. But behind that is a growing repository of useful capabilities for websites, applications, and locations coming soon. The third thing is effectively the other side of the marketplace. It's all the companies, maybe in the world, that need to figure out how to get their online assets and their ideas into an assistant compliant format so in the future personal assistants can work with them. The future of the internet is not for humans, it's for AI assistants. The platform I'm building is a way to explore that new territory.